It
Hi.
is. Everybody thought I was capping. They was like, "Where's Trina?
No,
Where's she?"
they
I
did
said, "No,
not.
relax. Calm down. How you
How are
doing?"
you?
I'm good. It is good to see you. Thank you for your time. This is the Making Plays Convo, and really, we're just gonna be talking about all the plays that you was making before the pandemic started, what you're doing
Okay.
now, and what you're gonna do once everything is over. But I always like to ask, how are you doing? How are your people doing?
I'm blessed. I'm doing pretty good. Feels good to actually just be at home for a while and not be able to move around and travel. So I'm one of the people that's not complaining that much. My family's good. So.
Yeah, you've been moving around a lot. I mean, you got the radio show popping, obviously TV, you hopping on features, you got your label, you put out an awesome project last summer. We were just talking about that before you got on.
hmm
What else were you working on before everything got shut down?
I actually was working on my new project. I got a chance to go in the studio with Hitmaka. And
Oh,
yeah, I recorded an entire project with him. So big up to him for that. So I'm just super excited
wow.
about it. Everything kind of shut down right at the midst of it, like, us trying to put out a new record. But it's all good though.
Hitmaker, huh? Okay, so
Yeah.
you got to tell us, what can we expect from that? Can you let us know about
Oh,
any
you know what?
samples that he used?
I've known him like really like for a long time, like actually his whole career when he lived out in
Right.
Miami. So we never got a chance to work together. And he just was out in Miami for a while. I actually saw him at I actually got a chance to see him at the in LA, and I was like, I need to get a record from you, and he was like, I got you. He came to Miami. We went in the studio for 2 days, and I recorded 9 records in 2 days with him.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how far is the project along? Is it complete, or
It's actually complete.
so what we doing? When we
I'm
putting it out?
I just wanted to give it a moment after, my album had came out, then it got took off for a while. So I actually got a chance to have it back up on all the platforms. March March 30th. That's when it came back out. So with that being said, I just wanted to give a chance to put that back out because the fans and everyone that did pay for the album, that did stream the album, that was supporting the album, it was only right that I get a chance. I fought hard to get it back up, honestly, because it was one of my favorite projects. I worked with Rico Love in the studio, much
Yes.
indeed, and he inspired basically the entire project. So it meant a lot for me just to get it back up in the studio. I mean, get it back up on the platforms. And so I wanted to do that. First one's that, and we have a deluxe from that album. That's the one album. We have a deluxe for that. So everything, once the pandemic started happening, it just kind of like everything just kind of shut down. I had already recorded with Hitmaker, so I was ready to kind of release music actually the entire month of last month. But once everything happened and everybody had to kind of shut down, I just paused for a second to kind of regroup and reflect and try to understand what's going on before I start making moves.
Right, right. So what was your first reaction when things started shutting down? Because I know a lot of us, including myself, at first I was like, this ain't all that serious. But I think when the NBA shut down, I said, oh, wait a minute. This might be a little deeper than we thought.
You know what? It to me, I mean, I got a chance I'm here in Miami, so I got a chance to kind of see it, happening day for day for day. And because I'm on the radio, I was able to keep up and report a lot of it. So
Mm.
once things started to shut down, I was aware of it because we weren't able to order lunch. We weren't able to do a lot of things no more. And I was reporting so much of it. Even my friends that have like salons and businesses out here, they were the first ones to start closing up even before we had like the stay-at-home order. So,
Mm.
it was affecting everybody around me. And because I was like full circle in it, I was still able to go to the radio station and kind of like talk about it and stuff. And I mean, for me though, this is the first time in 20 years I've been able to be home for 30 days. So
Wow.
let's be honest. Since I started, since 2000 until now, this is the first time in my actual life and career that I've been home for a solid 30 days. So for me, give or take, I'm more just like, just looking at everything like, wow, this is really happening. And, I'm reflecting and taking it all in. Of course, I lost a lot of money. I had a lot of shows that was canceled, a lot of things that happened. But I just put that to the side and just kind of focus on, where we are in life and what's going on around us and try to figure out how I'm going to move according to the norm with this whole
Yeah.
situation happening. Because even, losing money at work, I still have my friends, my family and stuff that don't travel that's actually here. So I was just like, just trying to make sure I was in a good space so everybody could be okay. Because, I mean, nobody knows what was going on, It's just there's a
Right.
virus out there, stay in the house, be safe, whatever. So I think I kind of, just got into that moment of trying to protect everybody that was around me.
Man, and that just speaks volumes of your character, but we've always known that about you.
Mhm.
Let's talk about the radio. I don't know if you know, before I started at Pandora, I did 12 years in Radio One.
Okay.
So when it was announced that you were doing a morning show at 99 Jams, I thought that was really cool. So I definitely wanted to ask you about that. Obviously, you being from Miami, that was one of the stations that you listened to while you were growing up.
Absolutely.
So what was like your first reaction when the opportunity presented itself?
It was funny because I just got a random call from Jill Strada.
Yeah, shout to Jill.
Yes, she was just like, hey, I wanted to just run this idea by you. And I was like, okay, cool. And when she called, I really thought she was calling, you know, just because we had already been speaking about my album and, you know, which records I wanted to work and stuff like that. So I'm thinking she's calling about that. But when she said, what do you think about, hey, how are you? What do you think about doing a morning show, you and Trick? And I was like, a morning show? And I was just like, but tell me more about it. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what kind of morning show, how it's going to be like, you know. And then she kind of explained it or whatever. And then I was like, sounds pretty cool. Let me just see. Let me ask Trick. And let me just see so we could be on the same wave. Because I'll be cool and content. And Trick will be way off left, off crazy, delusional. Like, our ideas would be so different. So I was like, let's just see. And then once we brought it to him, as soon as we talked to Trick, I think we all was on the same energy with it. And I kind of was like, okay, this might work. Because sometimes me and Trick could go 2 different directions. And I'm like, I'm not going to be dealing with this boy on no morning show every day. But as soon as we brought it to him, he had like this energy, like he was excited. And, you know, Trick is very outspoken. So it's one of those kind of things like, you know, okay, I'm going to be like, you know, the cute part of it and the silent part of it. And Trick is going to be like, you know, my protector. You know, he's going to just do his thing and just go crazy. So I was like, okay. And then we kind of went in for training for a little bit. We just went in with like a DJ with Nasty and Radio Big Mac and kind of just like before we even started and said, yeah, we just wanted to go in like the actual studio. We've been in that studio 1,000 times recording just like drops and, you know, radio business. But once we went in to just like get behind the board, see what they was doing, how it's going to be working, how we were going to, like, I got like remembering the lines and the tag and the 99 Jam and the phone number.
It's a whole different world, ain't it?
No, it's a whole completely different world.
A lot of people think we just open up the mic and then start talking, but it's not like that. I'm glad you saying this.
No, it don't work like that because sometimes, like, trust me, we are still like getting it together. We just started, so of course we like 6 months in or whatever, and we still struggling every single day because I'm more in sync and I'm like the keep it together, and Trick is more like we got to make sure the mic is muted in case he say the wrong thing. Trick, there's rules. You cannot say certain things on radio. You cannot
wait a minute. Who has their finger on the dump button?
DJ Nasty. All day. All day. Ready. All day. Yes. Because Trick would just start having the whole conversation and it'll be like, Trick. And then, so, you know, just that whole part of it. So once we started practicing and then we had practiced realistically for like a month straight before we even said, yeah, we was going to do it. Just to see if, you know, if like I really wanted to make sure like I was going to commit and we both was going to commit because it could seem good. Oh, it's a good opportunity, but are we going to be committed to it? It's repetitive. It's radio. You got to say the same thing. You got to continue to say the same thing because people that we on at 6 in the morning, what we say at 6 in the morning, you may not wake up to 8 o'clock. So you have missed totally everything we said at 6. So to say the same thing over and over and over, at first it was like, oh my gosh, can we say something different? So now we're on the radio. They have their rules. It's not rap rules. We can't adjust and bend with the rules. So it was like one of those kind of things, but we know the guys, we know the radio, we know the DJ. So it's more like a family thing. So we loved it. And then after we did the whole month of training, we both just said, yeah, we was going to do it. We was going to try it and give it a shot. And then, I mean, it's been a total different thing for me, but I love it. Because I get to say what I want to say. You get to voice your opinion. You get to hear the opinion of others. Now I get to see how it is when I had to go in the radio. And I had to do interviews. I had to like... Yeah, don't ask me these questions. Don't say this. And that's one big thing with me because now that we've had a couple guests, we had Fat Joe, we had K Michelle, we had like Casanova, we had a couple people, Cool and Dre, MIA, Yo Gotti had came, his album drop, he came through. So just to be able to have, and them artists, so when they come through, me in an artist perspective, I'm looking over all the notes, making sure I want to treat them as if I would want somebody to treat me when they come in the radio. You know the things you want to still get to the juice, but you want it to be in a way where it's tasteful and that you don't offend nobody and you get them a chance to have the floor and and the world get to see stuff, and it's not edited and altered in a way that and the artist feels like, damn, I didn't say that, you know. So
Yeah.
I love that part about it, and I get to be the one in charge of like, okay, we got to talk about this business or whatever it is. I'm gonna say it in a way I would want it to be asked to me, so it don't make the artist feel uncomfortable. And you know, I'm learning that, and it's pretty cool, and I like that.
That is awesome. I'm so
Yeah,
excited that you're enjoying it. It
I
sounds like
am.
this is something you want to do long term as well.
I love it. I'm gonna be honest because you know I get to now that I know. And this is another thing. Now that I know no radio, I remember when I was putting my album out, it did not come out when it was supposed to come out.
Mm.
So I was a little flustered and I was mad because I had already agreed with 99 Jams to do their uncensored concert. It was a live big concert. This is big. They done
Right.
sold it out. But now my album got a delay because we have a feature and it's not clear. So now I'm like, no, we got to push it back. I'm going through all this. I'm about to cry, literally. They were like, no, we're not canceling this. We done did commercials. We done did all this. I'm like, man, I'm disappointed. My album never came out. Now I'm in the radio. I watched another artist come through this same exact thing that I went through. They didn't come to a radio event. The radio station was mad. Now they got to come back. They want the radio to play their record. But now they got to do uncensored and they want to cop out. And I'm looking at Jill like, oh, really? Oh, no, they're going to do this uncensored because when I was there, I had to do it. So now I get the terms of how it goes.
You get it.
Like,
you see everything we go through, the politics, the pressure,
yes,
the
absolutely.
competition when the numbers come out, and you compare like, well, how you did this, but what happened this week? Well, you
yes.
did this. Yeah, it's a lot that goes into it. That's what's up, man.
It's a lot.
Glad you are. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're learning. Was it a lifestyle change for you? Are you automatically a morning person? Because getting up in the mornings, yeah, your show starts at 6, but that means you got to be up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
I'm up at like 4:30. I get up in the morning early, but you know, let me be honest. Early morning, your own personal time, and early morning radio time is two different kind of times. Because early morning, your personal time at home, in your house, just rolling over, may decide to get a snack or watch TV or just stare out the window until you fall asleep, and then or putting on your clothes, having to get up and dress, and it's nighttime when I'm going to work. So that's a whole different type of morning time. But because I'm already adjusted to being up in the morning, it works for me.
That's dope. Well, you have an awesome coach, Jill. I've known Jill for a minute.
Yes.
She's a great program director. You're in a historic station, and I'm hoping that they syndicate y'all because we need that show in more markets.
Yes, me too, man. We hoping that too.
That's dope. So how are you balancing everything out between doing like morning radio, which is a full-time job within itself, and also doing Love and Hip Hop?
Well, the thing was, because at 10 o'clock. Usually when I was filming, it was around my schedule.
Okay.
Sorry, these people just it really works around my scheduling for me to film. We're actually finished filming, so that was the thing. But
okay,
when
so you're good.
Yeah, so I'm done doing that. But they kind of basically I would film scenes around my schedule. It was mostly in the afternoon.
Okay, that's good. So have you guys filmed for next season yet?
We haven't talked about next season yet.
Oh, okay. To be continued. Yeah.
Next season is to be continued.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't kept up with the show. I keep up with you because I'm a fan of yours. The show is it's a little too much for me. But I saw parts of the reunion. It was intense. So I get it. I totally get it. Let's. So we shall see. Either way, you'll be good. Let's talk about your label though. How long have you been working on that?
I actually started the RMG label maybe like 2010, really actually active 2012, kind of, sort of.
Okay.
And then so I started signing artists. They haven't really like did much at the moment. I put out a mixtape with the artist last year.
Okay.
And I was just kind of focusing on trying to get the artist like exposure, you know. This
Right.
industry is a different kind of industry right now. You know, I have a platform, so for me, I did the label. I always want to do the label anyway.
Right.
But
Right.
I started signing artists just to get artist development and just to have like, you know, just an army of artists out here at the same time doing their thing from different genres, not just a rap female artist, but a singer, a this kind of artist. Like some of the artists that were talented, they play guitars, they play the piano, they do so much different stuff. So me, I'm a fan of music. I just wanted a variety of different kind of artists. A lot of the artists are known. So here's the thing with the label and the artist. When you have artists that are new and unknown, even if they're dope and talented, they have to continue to build a fan base. Not more so the brand, but a fan base. Because a brand comes naturally once people begin to follow and like you for who you are or whatever it is that you're doing. So
Right.
you focus on that. But right now it's more like connecting with people, figuring out who you are, figuring out what people like about you. What do you have in common? What music you're putting out with to connect with people to make them feel like, oh wow, I went through this struggle. I'm going through this. I was a single mom. I was on the streets. I was homeless. So I'm in love. Whatever the song is, whether it's rap, hip hop, whatever the genre. So just working on an artist with that. I have an artist, Nia. She's getting ready to drop some new music really soon. She have a single that's called No More, which is one of my favorite songs. Because it's that everyday girl life struggle, like you go through what you do, you kind of over it. You just say, I'm not taking no more from nobody, XYZ. So it's so relative to most women lives. I'm just kind of working on her day by day to build her content and just to build her up as an artist so she could understand what separates her from every other female singer or R&B artist there is out here, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just really focusing on that. I know the artists will come. I get so many emails about trying to sign artists every day, but I don't want to just throw it out there and be like, oh, I'm just going to start signing artists, because it's a job. It's a lot of development. It's a lot of work you got to put into it. And everybody don't really get that. You see like the lights, camera, action, but behind the scenes, boy, it'd be a lot. You know, it's a whole different ball game. And
Right.
everybody see the fun stuff, but it'd be a ride, you know. And I just want to make sure I have artists that believe in themselves and that, you know, that's willing to work.
Yeah.
You know, we in a very digital form right now. Right now, we're kind of like undecisive of what life is. So everybody needs to be able to like, you know, regroup and be in the defiance of who they are themselves. So I can be able to like help you, assist you, coach you along the way. I can't make you into a me or like a version of whoever you want. I can help you, you know, into that. So that's just what it is with the label.
Facts. Do you find it challenging to be both an artist and a label owner?
Say that again.
I said, do you find it challenging to be both an artist and a label owner?
Yeah, I think, you know, but before even so, I always looked at like artists if they had a label, or just to look at the development. Like just go back to like from Ludacris to like anybody that had a label when they were artists themselves. I just kind of watched the manifestation of them doing business and just the way things happen. Because just because, you know, you're an artist and you have a label and you have these other artists, these artists have expectancies of to want to be you, or to be the biggest artist as you, or want to be able to travel overseas and want to do stage concerts and you know, just stuff like that. So the expectations of the artist that's on the roster, you know, I just want to, it's a definite a challenge, because when they see it and they're around you, sometimes it's kind of spoiling, you know, like with my artist Nia, with the grace of God and thankfully, I was able to get her to open up for K. Michelle on her tour a couple of days. So that was a blessing. K. Michelle was doing a contest, and I made her, I let her do the groundwork. I was like, you know, apply, put your name in there. I'm a at K. Michelle too, but you keep writing her, don't stop writing her until she notices, see you, like do the groundwork so you have in your story of archives, that's a story you can tell. I really kept adding K. Michelle until I got on this concert. I really kept writing her and it worked out for her, you know. So I was really proud of that, and that's just the tone I want to set.
Got you. I think, did I freeze on you?
You did.
You're frozen on me too, but I can still hear you.
I can hear you, but I'm not. Okay, you're froze on me. I'm not froze on you. Wait, hold on. I'm froze.
Yeah, we're both frozen back.
Hi guys, I see all of you with the comments at the bottom. I'm so sorry. I'm just running my mouth, talking.
No, you good, yo.
I'm acknowledging you guys too. I see you. Thank you so much.
You dropping a lot of game.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out why you're froze though. Can you see him? I mean, he's froze. I'm not on my side, but he's on me, and I think I am on him.
You can still hear me though, right?
I can definitely hear you.
Okay, no, it's all good. So
you're frozen on everybody with me.
Oh man. Well, it's all good. I'm gonna wrap it up on my quarantine questions. This has been a great conversation, by the way.
Oh,
But
thank you.
sometimes Instagram just don't want us to be great. But
Instagram ain't letting us be great. I don't
right.
understand.
But what's the best thing you've watched during this time?
Watch like a TV.
Yeah.
Um, I would say Insecure as of now.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a fan of Insecure though. Anyway, I mean, I'm like always glued to it. I go back and keep watching and watching it because it's such a down, girly kind of vibe. Like it's just so me and my homegirls, our whole vibe. It's just so real.
Yeah.
When you get with
I
your
mean,
girl and you have them conversations and you have all that drama, all that man drama, those problems. Woo, child, I can relate. Woo.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, fellas. We checked for the Insecure too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I watched the first episode this season. The only reason I haven't watched the rest of them because I've been watching that Jordan documentary and it comes on at the same time. But once that's over, I'm gonna get back on my Insecure.
Okay.
Have you tried cooking anything new during this time?
Did I try cooking anything new?
Yes.
Oh, I have. Well, no, I tried to. I made fried Oreos with vanilla Oreos. That was the
Ooh,
first thing
that
I had.
sounds good.
Yeah, I never because I don't eat the Oreo. I don't eat the Oreo. I eat the Oreos that's the vanilla cookie ones. That's the ones I love. So
Oh,
I
you
tried them
want
with I tried them with the vanilla and I tried it with the strawberry. So that came out delicious.
you was one of them kids that used to open up the cookie and just lick the frosting and then throw away the cookie part.
Take all the frosting out and throw away both sides of the cookie.
I know that's right. I did the same thing. And last but not least, what's the first thing you're gonna do when all this is over?
Oh man. Well, first I'm gonna wait for a second and make sure the coast is clear before I come out. And when the coast is clear, I think I might take a vacation, man. I might just go somewhere to an island. Time to just go phones off, get in the water, just relax, reflect the ocean.
Facts.
More island vibe for me.
Sounds great. I think I might have to do the same thing too.
Yeah, man. Yes. Have to be grateful for all this we went through. This is a story. We're never gonna forget this until the rest of our lives.
Yes, it's gonna change everything. So
yes,
you're absolutely right. Trina, I appreciate your time. I